My name is the Venerable Folusho Taiwo. I am the Director of Communications for Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion. The Department of Communications, as the name implies, is the backbone of information dissemination, is the lubricant, if not the live wire, of whatever goes on in the Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion, about 167 dioceses of the Anglican Communion. And so, without communication, we cannot project. Without communication, we cannot tell the world what is happening in any organization. And so, the Department of Communication performs those duties that are associated with communication. We project all the activities of the Church of Nigeria, including the Diocese of Abuja. Well, in my language, they will say that the knife cannot mold its handle. But then, I want to say, without being modest, that the Department of Communications is doing a yeoman's job. It's doing a yeoman's job in the actualization of the vision and mission of the church. Well, in everywhere that we have occasional services, or where we have services, where we have programs involving the Church of Nigeria, and even the Diocese of Abuja, we are always there to make sure that we record, send news out to both print and electronic media for dissemination for the whole world to know what is happening. So you see that there is nothing that is going on in the communion that the Department of Communication does not have a hand in it, for projection, for proper documentation, and for projecting the image of the church. Well, I want to say with all sense of responsibility that we used to have our own Facebook, the Church of Nigeria Facebook, but some hoodlums, some miscreants of the society, hijacked that thing and embarrassed the church. So we have to close it down. Hitherto, we were getting our feedback speedily on the Facebook. When we post news out, don't forget that we have a website, and it is the duty of the Department of Communication to feed the whole world on our website. We update it. So we project all the news that comes from different dioceses that are sent to us. We project on our website. And that is the essence of the diocesan communicators that we are making use of. We have diocesan communicators in all the dioceses that we have in Nigeria and in diaspora. We have diocesan communicators. They feed us on a regular basis on what is going on in their dioceses. All this we put on the website for people to see. Well, most of them are not professionals. But the professionals among them are really, and that is the essence of bringing them together every year. We bring them together every year, and in fact, the primate of all Nigeria Anglican Communion, at our last outing, the 6th Diocesan Communicators Conference, at our last outing, that Papa declared open, he suggested that we take it to the university. And we are thinking now, we are working it out, how we can use the University of Ibadan or TV College in Jos. We are working it out now. It's not conclusive yet. We have reached an agreement with the University of Ibadan, Department of Communication and Language Arts. But we have not sealed it up, really. We are still working. So we want them to have that professional experience, you know, so that they will know the nitty-gritty of projecting the image of their dioceses, their bishops, and all their activities. And that's what we've been doing. The last one we did was the 6th edition. It's an annual program. Last year's one that was held in Abuja at St. Matthias House at Zone 3 was the 6th edition. This year we are thinking of taking it to the core professionals. Very soon we shall finish arrangement with that one. We use them as a kind of pivot stand. We use them to project their dioceses and feed us back too with what they are doing. Or part of what they give us is what we also project on Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN television. So if we can really work, you see, the work of the Department of Communication in the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion is multivarious. For instance, now look at this. This is a publication of the department. In fact, one of the publications of the department. This one I'm holding was a report, was the publication when we came from Kenya, from the GAFCON meeting in Kenya. This is what we produce this every month or every other month, as the case may be. So we have our hands in many pies in the Department of Communication. We are really working around the clock to make sure that we deposit so many things. So many things. You will come from and ask for information. We will try as much as possible to make sure that they are properly kept. We have challenges. Definitely we have challenges. We have this manpower shortage, and we need a website administrator. In fairness, the Primate of all Nigeria has done so well. We have our own high definition camera. It's there. We have the still camera. So we have so many things that could look for in a communication setup. But there are still other things that should be added that we intend to bring to his notice. Well, the plan that we have is to have a communication place like a library that is detached from this office, so that when you come many years after, so you see, we need a big place. We are working towards that too. We need a big place where we could have a Church of Nigeria communication library, you know, where we can put our tapes, that we've just gone there. The consecration of 2001, you go there, you just pull out the tape, you know, on all our activities. That is what I am planning now. let me say this without being modest again, that the kind of orientation I had was different. I was a broadcast journalist, and I had worked at different times, at different levels. Although now, I want to say that without fear of contradiction, that it is God that is managing me, because for the office here, for the church, which is so paramount, the church that is where I perform my duties, you know, to the church, it takes a lot of our time. You have to also so many things. As the vicar of a church, your sacerdotal duties, very, very important. Very, very important. That, in fact, it is God. Let me just say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. As a father, I want to thank God for that word. My wife, when I was an active journalist, my wife has developed thick skin, you know, to all my, because at times we will be eating and they will say, you are going to Kotangora. So it's no news that what I am doing now, I've been doing for years, for decades. For decades, I've been doing it. And my wife is understanding. My wife is the motivational force behind our ministry. She's equally up to the task too. But then, you know, we are doing it together. We are doing it together. So at home, I have grown-up children. In fact. So I don't rush to school to pick children in school. No, they are grown up. They are all in the university. So some have left the university, and some are still there. I have no problem with my family. We are one good Christian family, and the children are doing well. Well, I just want to say that my appeal is to the dioceses, especially the diocesan communicators, to be feeding us. When they feed us, we shall feed the terrestrial stations, the print media, the electronic media, even journals. We shall feed them to make sure that we project our dioceses, not only with the terrestrial stations, not only with print and electronic medium, but even on our website. So I want to urge all diocesan communicators to be up and doing. The name diocesan communicator is not just a title that one can just put and say, I'm the diocesan communicator, but what are you communicating? What are you communicating? Send us. Write whatever you like. We will rewrite. That's our duty. We will rewrite and project your diocese. And to all bishops too, send us through your diocesan communicators all you are doing in your dioceses, and the Anglican Communion will be better for it.